up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with a quick video for you guys. So I want to talk about the 4 things that women crave from men. And we hear a lot of women talk about what they want from men, and you know, they assume that a lot of men cannot give them the things that they want based off of their experiences. But is what women want enough? Are the things that women say they want really enough in a relationship? So I'm going to break down to you the 4 things that I believe most women want from men, but if given these things, does it really make a difference in the relationship? So the first thing I want to talk about is attention. And we know women like attention in general. That's just all of us. We like some type of attention in some way, shape, or form, right? And we see this all over social media, women craving for attention. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. This is just a part of the makeup of most women, in my opinion. So I think a lot of women want attention, but what type of attention do they want? And I think it becomes complicated for men to fully understand what women want, because what women want often changes. But let's just stay on the point of attention. So women want attention. They want men to see them. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to feel like they matter. And so when it comes to men dating women, it's important for men, if you want to get a woman, you have to in some ways cater to some of the things that these women want. So for instance, if a woman, you knows that she likes attention, when you approach her, approach her in a way that makes her feel seen, makes her feel wanted. You know, you have to make women feel a certain way, because remember, we operate off of our emotions and our feelings. So when men approach, women are looking for a specific type of way to approach, which I know can be difficult for men, because how do you do that? How do you approach a woman to make her feel seen and heard? Well, compliments. Women love compliments. They love for you to look at them and consider them beautiful and things of that nature. Now, some men lie about it, but typically, to be honest, the men who lie about it and know how to finesse women in that way, those are the ones who get the women coming back, the women who end up trying to chase them and trying to pursue them. You know what I mean? A lot of times, and it's unfortunate, a lot of times the men who are honest, the men who don't buy into this narrative, sometimes miss out on getting the women that they're trying to get for whatever reason they're trying to get them. And I think nowadays it's a game, and actually it's been a game, but some men are not really down for the games. A lot of men are just being honest about the situation, and they're either approaching or they're not. But if you are still someone out here trying to get a woman for whatever reason, there are certain ways you have to approach them, because this is how women respond. It's not always the honest men who get the women. That's unfortunate, but that is the truth. But it could be difficult to give them that, because you don't know exactly what they're looking for. Hell, they don't know exactly what they're looking for, but all they know is they want excitement, and they'll know it when they see it. So which makes it difficult for men to try to give women what they want if you don't know exactly what they want. And if you try too hard, then you're coming off as fake and phony. If you're not trying hard enough, then you're lame and boring. So you just got to be right in that middle of what I don't know. This is why it's so confusing. And I think women don't know either. They'll know it when they feel it or when they see it. And typically it's with a guy who is not really into them for serious relationships. It's usually the guy who's out for a good time, a guy who's just trying to hit it and quit it, but he's charismatic, he's fun, he knows how to joke, he knows how to make you laugh. He has a personality. He's fun and he's jovial, and he don't really, think too hard about things. He's not really too serious. Women tend to go for the men who like to joke and play around and make them laugh and do stupid stuff. This is what a lot of women go after in terms of the type of man that they'll sleep with, the type of man that they'll take seriously. But in most cases, these men are not the men for serious committed relationships. And this is what the women are running into, but this is what they say they like, right? The next thing I think women really say they want in a relationship is validation. They want a man to validate them. They want a man to make them feel happy. They want a man to validate their feelings. They want an emotionally intelligent man, a man who's going to make them feel good all the time and validate their feelings and emotions and coddle them in a sense. Women like that, but to a certain degree. A lot of women don't want to be wrong. They want you to coddle their feelings. They want you to just support everything that they want, and that's just it. I don't know how realistic that is, but that is what a lot of women say they want. And a final thing that women mostly say that they want from a man is security. They want to feel safe. They want to be able to give a man their femininity, because in many cases they can't act in their feminine emotions because they don't feel safe. So if a woman is safe, if she feels secure in her environment with you, then somehow that is going to bring out her femininity. She's going to become a soft, feminine woman for you. She's going to be everything that you need her to be if she feels safe and if she feels secure. But there are many women who get the attention, they get the excitement, they get validation, and they get security, but it's still not enough. So even though these are the things that women say they crave in men, they still have issues in relationships. Even if you get the type of man that provides you with all of these things, there's still a problem. This is why a lot of women fall into relationships that don't work, because what they're looking for in a man, they're usually attracted by men who are looking to just play games. They usually run into men who know how to finesse them, men who know how to give them what they want to a minimum. And somehow women are attracted to that. They're not attracted to the men who are looking to really just be a husband and a family man and just raise kids and be responsible. These women need excitement. They need a little bit of toxicity. They need a little bit of, problems with the guy, because that brings them the excitement that they've been craving. That brings them the attention. They get a little bit of validation because he validates them in some way, whether it's the sexual experience and what he tells them. He give them a little bit of love and then he take it back. He's a little nice, but then he's a little mean. And if you've ever paid attention to women, they like a man to talk to them a little crazy. They run back to men who low-key disrespect them. This is part of the psychology of how women think and why they go for the men that they go for. But in the end, those types of men are not the type of men you would look for when it comes to stable relationships, marriage, a man who's going to commit to you and build a family with you. And I think that is the problem that a lot of women are running into, because they can't seem to find their Tupac in a suit. When women say they refuse to settle, is because of this very thing. Because of the 4 things that I listed to you, because the men that they're looking for do not possess all of them in the right ways, and it's not pleasing or attractive to them, so they don't think that you're their type and they don't go for you. Even if you have money, this is why they'll settle without telling you they're settling, because if you have money, that's the main attraction, other than the things that they really want from a man. If a man like this would commit to them, oh hell, you would see women cooperating. You would see them doing all the things that they said they wouldn't do. They wouldn't mind going 50-50. They wouldn't mind doing any of this for the man that provide these things that they actually crave. So that's my thoughts on that. I just wanted to put that out there. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me your experience with this. If you've experienced it, comment, like, subscribe. Y'all hit that bell. Y'all know what it is. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.